Hi, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? You guys are having a wonderful Friday. Hi, Xenye, Bundled, Nisun, thank you for your follows. Welcome to the stream. Let's see if this catches fire or not. So, I've done a lot of changes to the skill trees, right? And now we're going to test them. I've tested the first classes, but what we will do is, the way I test them is that I play them with some higher EXP rates on my test server to see how the skills and the formulas work out. So we're gonna see how that feels, basically. Okay, you guys should be back from ads now, right? So as I was saying, the way we test is by basically playing the classes and seeing how they feel with the new skill ratios, cast times, mana costs, changes to their skills in general, right? As you can see, I have a few characters here that I'm playing to test this with. So I decided to try Spear on this one, but for some reason her gear is taken off. Put it back on again. Go. So we're level 62, 16. As you can see, this is the new skill tree. It looks like this for Lord Knights. We're gonna go and pick up a quest. Oh, wait. Oh, everything got reset. Okay. That's okay. So, as a Lord Knight, we're gonna pick up a little bit of Vitality. The idea is we basically want to try and play this the way this would be played normally. Now, I don't remember, do our skills crit? Yes, they do. So we want a little bit of luck as well. Early on, splitting up your stats is a pretty good idea. I'm actually going to get 30 int as well. For the mana pool and the regeneration. And then we're going to get like 40 strength, 40 vitality, ability, 50... So this is a pretty common build, I suppose we could say, yeah? So we have some this, salt, trust. Alright, let's go pick up a quest. We're level 60, so let's pick up the... Okay, didn't know I had a completed one, but why not? Alright, let's do the Sphinx. Oh, we got a thing now. Okay, so Fervor. Fervor is pretty good, but so is Focus. Lance is nice too. Obviously, Second Wind is really useful. See, this is only for swords now, so we don't use this for spears. Probably going to grab Focus. There's. Wait, what? Oh, I got Enchant Deadly Poison when I... So when we leveled up, we got Enchant Deadly Poison. Alright. So we're gonna be dealing like a gazillion damage now for no reason. So we should probably wait for that to fall off, to be honest, because it's gonna give us a really bad indicator of... Do we have the command to die? We do. Oh, okay, so EDP still stays even if we die. Well, alright. Alright, we're gonna have to wait for a few minutes then, because that was totally not intended. But yeah, I literally cannot go in quest until the EDP falls off, because it will be such a... Logging out, I think... No, it doesn't. Not here. I'm pretty sure. See? I think since I made it a cooldown, so it only lasts for a short amount of time, and it has a long, cooldown and a short duration, I made it so it can't be dispelled and it doesn't go away if you die, and not if you log out. So, look, the thing is, normally this would be God mode for anybody leveling, because when you get EDP, you're just gonna deal a bazillion damage. But I cannot use it for testing, because it will give me such a skewed view of the damage. I mean, look at this shit, like, with EDP. I mean, this is not how much damage we normally would do here at level 63 with just an Ivory Lance. Like, EDP is like quadrupling our damage here. Like, it is just no. So we're just gonna have to wait this out. It's only another 45 seconds. But yeah, for a normal player, this would be fantastic. Okay? Because when you get EDP, it's like 5 minutes of quadruple damage, which is, you know, pog. So how is your guys' Friday going? But yeah, since we're waiting anyway, this is what happened to the Swordman skill tree. You have all the passives up here. Finesse, Lionheart, Onslaught, Vanguard. I'm still debating what the hell I'm doing with these three. And then you have your normal skills here in the middle. They're 5 pointers each. They've all had their cooldowns and damage and like even tooltips rewritten. And then once you hit Lord Knight, this becomes your tree. Some honorable mentions for big changes is Second Wind. This used to be, what's it called? This used to be the tension relax, which was absolutely useless. Nobody used this. The way it works now, at max rank, it has 300 seconds cooldown and costs 100 mana, but it will regenerate 5% of your max HP per second for 10 seconds. So clicking this will regenerate half your HP over 10 seconds every 5 minutes. Now, it might seem like a long cooldown, but it is such a strong skill. And you can pick it up. It's basically for survival. It's pretty neat. Another new one is Lacerate, which is for one-handed and two-handed swords. Dealing damage will activate a passive on the mobs, causing them to start bleeding for a portion of the damage dealt, stacking up to 10 times. So at max, they will take 2.5% of the damage, stacking 10 times, so 25% of the damage over 10 seconds on anything you hit if you have this passive with the two-handed or one-handed sword. Pretty nice. It's about a 25% DPS increase when you pick this up. What else was changed? Focus now gives range damage and battle cooldowns. This was the old concentration, which all it did was basically reduce your defense and nothing else. Oh no, it increased your auto attack damage as well. Now it reduces your battle cooldowns and increases your range damage. Skills have gotten some thematic name changes. They're called Vanguard skills for spears. Vital Strike still does this. What is this weird target the enemy? And then I think I used a... Yeah, I think I might have used a character that isn't supported in the client, like an apostrophe or something. Target the enemy, blah blah, most vulnerable points. But yeah, Vanguard Assault was moved back into the Lord Knight tree instead of the Swordman. Reason being, as a Swordman, it didn't really fit. And this way, Vanguard Lance has also gotten a huge change. It used to be Spear Boomerang. You now throw it on a target, and it will stun the target and anything around it for 3 seconds and deal massive damage. So you basically hurl your spear into the enemy, and it will deal damage to all of them and stun all of them from afar once every 15 seconds. Vanguard Thrust, Spear Stab, is now an AoE. So when you hit it, everything in front of you gets pushed back instead of just one mob. And then Vanguard Assault is what it used to be as well. I'm not sure what else got huge changes. I mean, some got some changes to how they function. But otherwise, I think those are the biggest changes. The Spear Tree got most of it. I mean, Lacerate and Second Wind. Second Wind is for both, though. Lacerate is only for sword. But yeah, like I was saying before, I didn't just shrink skill levels for the new trees. I edited the layout. Many skills had their entire functions revamped. Names, costs, cooldowns. As you can see, this is very different. I even added a new thing called supportive cooldowns. Buffs now have cooldowns the same as their duration, which might seem pointless. The reason for this is that this spell should be something you actually need to care about. Because as it is right now, being dispelled is whatever. You can just reactivate your buffs instantly again. Nobody cares about moving out of dispel. They just like, eh. Okay, so. Also need to update this tooltip. It still says concentration. Actually, you know what we can do? We can actually listen to the in-game music if you guys want to. Do you prefer my music, or do you want to... You know what? We're gonna listen to the in-game music. Somebody can say if they don't want to. Alright, so I have a pretty standard setup here. We have some fly wings, some orange potions, some skills, you know. Nothing... I'm not sure if it's too loud. Alright, let's see how this works out. See? I'd say we're doing more than fine, right? What did we get when we level up? We got Apple of Idun, more HP. Alright. Just to showcase the lands. See? Okay, it died, so I couldn't actually stun it, but yeah. Wait, what is the... I'm still trying to remember my... Alright. So you have Vanguard Arc. Looks like this. And then if you want to use the stab... See? Yeah, we're pretty pogy. Like... So, I'm gonna show you Vanguard Lance. This works the way it should. See? Why did they get stunned though? Alright, bug. They should have been stunned for 3 seconds. I mean, okay, it was only 80% chance for them to be stunned, but they should have been stunned. I feel like 80% is... I mean, maybe it was just a fluke. It's probably more a bug than anything else. Let's have a look here. KN Spear Boom. Come on. Yeah, it's great that it's finding that, but I kind of want the actual pile. Target 20% times skill level. Did I fuck up when I made this? Let's try it again. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd say Lord Knights are doing more than fine. So we have like what, 359 mana. One arc is 30. One thingy is 15. That's about less than 10% of our mana pool for one. This one only costs 10, stab costs 15. So we don't really have any items that give us mana either. No, okay. Yeah, I do think I fucked up in the code somewhere, but I will definitely fix that. Because they should have been stunned. See? That should have stunned him for 3 seconds. I think the Lord Knight is more than fine, to be honest. I should try the sword one as well, just to make sure. But yeah, this seems fine. I mean, we're only level 64 though, so we kind of would need to Also, why is the AoE not applying? It did apply earlier, did it not? Oh. Oh, I get stunned. Alright, cool. And keep in mind, I'm not really using much of anything. I'm kind of just... But yeah, I basically test everything. Why is Kiara getting stuck though? That shouldn't happen. Show the power of second wind. Put it up here. Probably better to go to the next floor, to be honest. No! Oh yeah, alright. Yeah, it's really cool when they can stun me, but I can't stun them. It's much appreciated. Let's see if we can fix the stun here. I think I made a typo. Oh yeah. Hey, this is me implementing the druid stuff, by the way, you can ignore that. Okay, so we already have 3 seconds on the duration too. That's the cooldown, so why is this not doing what we want? I think this is a problem. So start to chain starts stun, 20 times 20% chance times skill level. Still get time 2 skill level. I'm not sure about this part here. Why did I put that in there? Because the thing is, so I've been migrating into the new format that RA did, where they split up skills. But since all of our skills are custom as well, Alright, let's look at another one. Something else that stuns. Or starts the status. No, that doesn't work. No, that starts it on you. We need something that starts a status on here. Okay, so let's just copy this. Put this into your boomerang. Right. So why does... Interesting. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, basically the point is you throw the spear at an enemy, and then the enemy plus the stuff around the enemy gets stunned and take damage for a duration, right? Not just damage, because it's supposed to be sort of like a crowd control and to interrupt casters from afar, maybe. Or at least that's the idea. By the way, is the sound and video okay? Because I tried to set everything up, and I'm not sure if things were... Alright, let's see if this works this time. We need to find something that doesn't die on one hit, right? Alright, so how about this? There we go! Stun! See? Perfect. Alright, okay, so that works again now. Just a little typo by me, I guess. Why does he keep walking even though he's stunned though? Fucking Arathina jank. Okay, so that works the way it should. In case you're wondering why I'm leveling so fast, it's because I've set up the EXP rates on my test server because I want to try to see what it's like, but I also don't want to spend the same amount of time that it would take a normal player to level, because it's not worth the time, really. Do this. Hang on. See? All stunned. Perfect. Okay. Alright, so that works. So, we have second wind level 3. Oh, I've lost my agi up and stuff. Life is rough. Do we have any... Oh wait, we have some scrolls here. That's fine. But yeah, we're wasting a lot of mana just to, you know, derp around and test things. Now, ideally, you wouldn't be spamming your skills on just like 1 or 2 mobs. You would do this type of thing. I really should get more mana. There we go. Do we have any grapes or anything like that? Like an actual mana regeneration, like, would be good. But like, look how fast we're regenerating by just sitting for a few seconds. 97, 100, 120, 130. Like, it goes so fast. Oh, okay. Like, if we're to... Granatic armor. Now, here's the thing, you'll be able to pick up this whole tree. Because we're only job level 24 at the moment, and as you can see, there are very low job level, sorry, not job level, skill levels. So you will be able to pick up the whole tree, which is the idea of the rework. I also need to split up this quest. This quest is so bad. The fact that you need 2 mobs per quest is just awful. Now we have second and 5. So I wanted to showcase exactly how strong this is. So we're gonna get a bunch of mobs and they're gonna start just pummeling us around, okay? Now this is for sword and spears. So we're gonna just take a fuck ton of damage and then we're gonna use whenever they decide to hit us. So we have 6,700 HP maximum. See, now I'm using it. Look at my HP. This scales with your max HP. So it's a really nice survival tool. Now there's a reason why it has a long cooldown, but it is really, really useful. Now it could possibly do with a lower mana cost though, because using it right now, 100 mana cost feels, maybe it's a little bit high. Actually, I think we're gonna cut the mana cost. It's too high. Like, okay, so 100 is essentially 25% of our entire mana. We could probably cut this down to 10 per skill level, to be honest, instead of 20. That's like a quarter of your entire mana bar is just, it's too much. It's really too much. But yeah, as you can see, changing one thing has to be changed in so many places. Okay. I mean, granted, we regenerate pretty fast and stuff, but it's still a lot, right? I think we can agree on that. Also, I think this is a bug, because look how slow I am. It's like I have the same speed with a Pekko as I have without. Hi, Lorient. We really need to look into this as well. I'm doing okay. How are you? Alright. Trying to find where the actual... Ah, here we go. Okay. Mhm. Yeah, there's definitely a bug here because dragon training gives you the extra, but that is only if you're a dragon. There's normal riding here, or if you're riding a warg. Normal riding should give you plus 25, but it doesn't really feel like it does. I mean, didn't it feel like we had the exact same speed? Okay, now maybe we are slower. But yeah, we have to go to the next floor. Gonna be more of them there. You can just murder whatever we come across, I guess. That's a bug that really bothers me. When you put out skill points for something, it will actually use the skill because you're actually clicking on it. It's kind of a dirty thing. Oh wow, we're very close to Oh, he didn't actually die. I thought he would. Don't actually need these. Do need these. The thing is, a lot of people were concerned with the removal of synergies. But like I said, I've been remaking everything from scratch, so... And with proper testing, I can get a feel for if it's fine or not. That should disappear though. Yeah, that's also why it's taking a while. The thing is, with the Spear Knight, if you do it correctly, you will never really take damage. Because Vanguard Arc has a cell longer range than normal monsters do. I'm gonna show you what I mean. Okay, take these for example. Gonna gather up a few of them. Okay, this might be difficult because we have this guy. We're gonna do this. Now, if you look at... See them, right? So if I target him, it's before they actually reach me, meaning I won't take any damage at all, which is what makes this skill so strong. If you use it correctly, that is. And these can all crit, by the way, so... Well, see, at this point, we might as well start putting points into... For example, Favor here, if we get this, that would give us 67 extra physical attack at max rank. And start maxing out Lacerate. I'm sorry, what? All of them. 67 right now because I'm level 67. At rank 5, it gives you 1 times your base level. Meaning at level 67 I will get 67 attack. At level 100 I would get 100 attack. At level 150 I would get 150 attack, and so on. So it scales with you. What do you mean not like this? I don't know, did you misunderstand me? Or... I thought it's 69, that's the joke. What is the 60? I need to Google this now. What is 67? I'm gonna Google it. Either you tell me or I will Google it. What is 67? I will literally Google it, alright? Brain rot gen alpha meme. I don't even know what half of that means. I know Gen Alpha, and I only know because I'm a teacher. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna Google this now. Hang on. Why is 67 funny? Alright, let's see here. 6 7s between funny but generation out because the prime time of brain rot humor viral nonsense. Absolutely, it's a joke without a punchline. Low effort, high repetition content, if I'm not a fast pitch enough like humor. Thing 6 7. So for young people signal that they're in on the joke. Okay. So it basically doesn't mean anything. Am I understanding this correctly? It actually, there's no real meaning to this. Fantastic. that is something. It's not a good something, but it's a something. And the newer generation finds shit like that fun. Am I understanding this correctly? We truly are devolving as a species. Oh, this is a solid dude. Go Power Rangers. Oh my god, it's gonna take forever to kill him. Dude's a solid. I don't have any mana. Let's open an OPB. Let's see if we get something good. No! I get stunned. I got a mail breaker and I have some panties here. I don't know how I feel about old men's panties. Like, it doesn't... Like, you're killing these old dudes in a crypt and they drop panties and you're like, yeah, I should put these on. That seems like a good idea. Oh, such... It's like, imagine dumpster diving, finding panties and putting them on. Like, that's essentially the same thing. I don't understand it. I know it used to be a thing, okay? Back in the pre-renewal in the old days, panty plus undershirt was a thing, right? It's not a thing here, but it was a thing. And people would farm the shit out of it because it was so good. Like... Yeah, no, it gives Flea, right? Flea and some other stuff. So yeah, no, it's good. It's just I don't. We can almost one-shot them with our single target skill now, which is really nice. Here, look. So we basically have to spend 30 mana to kill one, which is fine, honestly. Walking around seeing people rock the combo in real life. Well, it's like another thing that bothered me. You know these shirts that a lot of people wear? They're called wife beaters, and they're usually worn by men who beat their wives. Like these sweat-stained white, grease-covered shirts. When they have chest hair and it sticks out of it, and it's like this. I can't even. It's so absurd. I heard they even called wife beater, like it just sounds awful. Like who named them this? Denied. Okay, we should go to the next floor with Modruk and Pasanas. Need to fly wing somewhere. Oh, there's a lot of them. I'm almost leveling up too. Okay, that didn't deal a lot of damage. Yeah, we need mana. Almost. Almost. So close. Eh, there we go. Stick him with the pointy end. We also need to figure out why Kiara doesn't fuck off. She should. Like, as soon as you level up, she should be there for like 5 seconds and then go away. Do we have any Shadow Gear on? We probably don't. Because the thing is, there's Shadow Gear that reduces your your mana cost as well. Wait, what did we get? Oh, we got Odin's power. Alright, we're in God mode now. One-shotting everything. Let's go. We need Requiems. And we're slow AF. What is this? I'm just gonna grab a ton of these mobs. Ah, 3 SP, man. Alright, so we're done with that quest. But damn, we're slow. Huh? What? He didn't die? Man, I used to spend so much time down here. We would farm OBBs. I don't know if you guys remember it. Requiems had a very low chance, don't they still, at I'm on my Requiem? Yeah, to drop all blue box, which would contain like a lot of cool shit. Yeah, we should definitely split these quests up as well. Alright, so Marduk's is on the next level. We're just gonna get some mana first, and I'm gonna go get a drink. You guys hang on one moment.
I'm back.
So what do you guys think about the Spear Knight for now? I know this isn't the Rune Knight version. It's quotation mark just the Lord Knight. You're gonna have to murder a few of these. See? Interrupted his cast. Oh, so you're a teacher, by the way. I just realized you said that. What do you teach? Yeah, boy. Math? Ah, mental abuse to humans. I see. Wait, what grade do you teach? Elementary. Ah. It also feels better now that when you get a job level, instead of I'm gonna put 20 of my next 20 job levels into the same skill, you actually feel like you have more choice. Now, I know because you're gonna get everything eventually anyway, but it does feel better than just shoving the next 20 levels into one skill. But like, progression-wise for your character, it does feel better, at least in my opinion. How come you got into teaching elementary school? Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, I was inspired by Diablo 2 originally, and because I like their system, but it doesn't play well because of the different job, and then I don't know, it didn't play as well as I was hoping it would, so I'm revising it. Because this is a video game and it should be fun, right? If you're not having fun, why are you playing? If you know what I mean, right? Like, it's... If there's no fun to be had, why are we even here? Like... If it feels like a slog or a job or whatever, then that's bad design. Everything has been revised, so... Because that's why I'm testing everything, to see how well the damage and cost are for this bracket. So I started with compressing, and then I started mathing out how much damage you would need per bracket without making it absurd. But obviously it should also not be, you know, useless. So I try to, and then based on rolls, for example, knights will do less damage than assassins, because, well, you're a lot tankier. Right? So I looked over everything. Cooldown, cast time. Yes, exactly. See, that's the thing as well. That's why I started from the ground up. I redid the first, and then I went up from there. I mean, so here's the thing. You will get stronger the higher level you are, so Rune Knight skills will overshadow Lord Knight skills. But that's perfectly fine. But the point is still that they should be good for the bracket when you're there, right? Why does this have 2 levels? Oh, it's a range and mana costing. Okay, right, yeah, alright. I was like, why did I give that 2 levels? But yeah, basically, there was a reason for it. Yeah, are we done with Marduk's? Not yet. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Oh, that is an elusive one, alright. Alright, so we're gonna use second wind here because we're gonna start taking a lot of damage. So I'm gonna pop it while we're fighting, okay? So I popped second wind. So we're being healed while we're fighting. Look at our HP, not even a sweat. I do feel like this plays very well, and it's fun. Obviously, I'm, you know... The thing is, I'm also not counting random enchants, okay? So I'm not balancing around people being lucky and getting good random enchants. Because if you do that and somebody gets unlucky, we'll get completely shafted. So random enchants are useful, but whether you get god tier ones or not shouldn't, what's it called? Shouldn't define if you can actually play. I'm trying, you know, like, it's not gonna be perfect and there might be hiccups, but I'm trying my best. I'm testing everything, I'm playing it myself. Like, I did that before as well, but things have changed so much, and... But yeah, I do put in a lot of time and a lot of love and effort into it to make it a fun journey that feels good for the player and is as balanced as I can, you know, in my sense of what it should be. Some people just want to one-shot the entire planet. I don't agree with this. And for them, they're gonna feel like it's not fun. But ultimately, the server is my vision, so, you know, it's gonna be... I try to reduce numbers in general because of the number cluttering, but only to the point where it's unnecessary. Like, on official, when you're second job, you'll be killing mobs 3 times over with 1 hit. Because reasons. Like, there's no real point to it other than high damage. Yeah, totally. 2-shotting a planet is fine. Now, it's more that it should feel like you're actually fighting the mob rather than just running around one-shotting everything. Another old box. We got a turban. But now, I hope you get my point, right? Like, it's... And this is why I will visit every single class that I change before it's released. Play through with it a bit and see how it feels. We're gonna swap the swords soon. Once we finish this quest, we're probably gonna swap the swords, I think. So the way I've designed it so far is that each class jump has a 50% damage increase. On official, it's like a 200% damage increase. So, like, for example, I'll show you here. Let's say that Bash here caps out at 350%, whereas these ones here like let's say Vanguard thingies. This one has 500%. Like it's so it goes up per job, but it doesn't go up to the insane point where people basically quadruple their damage. Now, obviously, if this was a normal player, they would probably have some form of mana regeneration items or, you know, pots or whatever, but I'm going under the assumption that they don't, so I will play it in the slowest, most basic way possible to make sure, you know, even the... no! Ow. Okay, we're on 97% AXP, so we just need enough mana to do... There we go. And then we can kill this. There we go. Bundled. But now I hope my idea makes sense to you, somewhat. What did we get when we level up? We got True Sight. We really need to fix Kiara showing up. It's kind of bothersome. We need to go to the next floor, honestly. There aren't really that many Kasanas here. Need to go to the middle. And just because I said that, okay, no, 2 I knew by. That's too many. Uh-oh. Run! Okay. Okay, we just have regular Kasanas here. Yeah, I don't know, does my thought process make sense to you? Because obviously to me it makes sense, but... And that is a swift one. Ah, fuck. Okay. Alright, second wind again, here we go. Well, I mean, okay, so random enchants are gonna be random enchants, okay? I'm not gonna redo those, but setting the baseline... I've already redone all first classes, all trans classes, almost finished all trans classes, and then it's just third classes. Like I said, I'll be releasing normal classes in one patch. I love how you say Gil! Oh my god, a fellow Final Fantasy player! Oh my god. Final Fantasy is amazing, I love it. Nah, Gil is okay, you can call it Gil, that's fine. Is that Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 14 that you got the Gil from? Or is that in every Final Fantasy? I don't remember. 14, yeah. I actually used to play quite a bit of 14. I stopped because I couldn't afford the sub when I rescued Nidalee. It's a long story. But no, as an avid Final Fantasy fangirl, I had a lot of fun playing Final Fantasy 14. I did. I was in a guild, or no, it was called a tree company, I think. It's like a guild. some people who invited me, and yeah, it was good. It was fun. Like it was a great game. I don't know if you noticed that, but when you log in to our server, the login screen actually has the music from Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. The casino has Final Fantasy VII Catsuit, like from Gold Saucer. Eden Group has Midgar Slums. Again, you would... It's basically, you would notice this if you play Final Fantasy or whatever, but yeah, no, there's a lot of Final Fantasy music in the game. As I said, you know, as an avid Final Fantasy fangirl, it's just kind of how it is. Ooh, we have Pharaoh. Yeah, we're not gonna try to beat him. Because that's not gonna go well. He will literally spank us. Look how red his name is. No, they will summon them. They will summon them when you fight them on occasion. Because I tried to make MVP slaves different, so instead of every MVP having 5 slaves that does nothing, some don't have slaves, some have an endless wave of slaves, some have 2 really strong ones, some might have 4 that are so-so. Some will respawn them once, some will never respawn them if you kill them, and so on. Like, I tried to give them more uniqueness instead of the gravity way where everything is the same. So MVP slaves will behave depending on... and they're also much stronger here in general. Oh yeah! Orc Lord was moved into Orc Dungeon. Yeah. I moved him back there as in that was the pre-renewal Orc Lord. And like many pre-renewal maps are back in the game, like west of Orc Village was taken out in renewal, I put that back in. There's some Pion maps with Edga on it that was taken out, I put those back in as well. So, did I move them? Yes, sort of, but I kind of put them back to where they used to be. I don't see the point. Will it also touch mercenaries or not? I will probably repurpose the mercenaries for another system I'm going to be using. So if touch them, you mean like if there's gonna be changes to mercenary system? Yes. But I don't think I'm gonna make them any better to be used because I'm not really... Oh yeah, that's a that's a good point. Yeah, I still remember trying to level in Orc Dungeon 2, and then there's like a few Orc archers down there, yeah, and they hurt so much because of their fucking hit and their traps, and then you get stuck for like 20 business days. And if you didn't see them place the trap is invisible to you, so fuck you, I guess, you know. But yeah, that wasn't also, you know, I know the map is small and all that, but Alright, we need 10 more pasanas. Then we're done here. Then we're going to swap the swords and go to another place. Consultation. No, Anuba is scary. Ah, crap. Alright. Eat Vanguard Assault! Alright, there we go. He's dead. We need 5 more, and then we're gonna go for swords. Then I'm content with the files of the spear build for Lord Knight. Meanie. Oh, the god, there he is again. By the way, Zanya, do you like the icons and the text showing what element they are and their race? Where did he come from? I thought he was... okay. Okay. Another one of those things that I feel like officials should have done. But they didn't because, you know, effort. Okay, we're done. Let's go and turn it in. Then we're gonna gamble for a sword. This was what, 60? Yeah. Alright, let's get some more luck. Go. And we're gonna carry. There we go. Alright, so let's replace our skills with sword skills now. Yeah, no, okay, so you don't have to do the quest here. You go to the doppelganger floor and then go to the bottom right. There's a staircase leading to Gefenia here. So you just go down into Geffen Tower, and then on the floor with doppelganger on it, just go to the bottom right, and there's a staircase and it leads into Gefenia. Yeah. You can still do the sign quest if you want, if you hate yourself enough. But you don't have to. Yes. If you did the sign quest, it would let you transport from the fountain. Correct. But then you would have to be in story mode. So... the time it would take to do the quest, I'm not sure it's really worth it. I mean, you can do it if you want, but... Alright, let's do Cock Tower, because Cock Tower is great. Alright. So we're gonna get some gear here. We're gonna get a two-handed sword. Here we go. We get a... no wait, that's a one-handed, isn't it? Ah, fuck. We need a two-handed. Okay, maybe I should split up the one-handed, two-handed. For the Avenger, is that a one-handed, two-handed? I think it's a one-handed. Alright, trying again. Air, two-hand. Oh, we got a broadsword. With a lot of reduction to deadly poison. Okay. Alright, how many coins do we still have? We have 21. Okay, so let's buy some consumables for the sake of it, right? So... Okay, let's get 3 blessing scrolls, 3 agility scrolls. Let's get a small life potion. Get a small mana potion. 6, 10, 13, 16. Huh? What do you mean not enough? Oh, because they're 6 each, right? I'm an idiot, okay. So we get the small life and the small mana potion, so it's 4 and we still have 9. And then we get... Let's get a couple of agility, but we don't really need blessing, but we do need agility. Alright. Look how slow we are. Yeah, so on my test server, all seasonal events are on as well. As you can see, Freddy is here from Halloween. You can just ignore that. Like I said, it's just on my test server, everything is enabled because I'm developing things. Speaking of events... Okay, I do feel like we move faster when we're mounted. Maybe I was just being weird. But yeah, speaking of events, I am considering adding something to the Valentine's event that starts next week. Either a pet or something, because you can already get 2 pieces of gear. And... Okay, so let's go to Cock Tower. I should probably change Aldebrand from the winter theme as well, since, you know, we're in February now, probably, but I don't know. Okay, we still have potions, and... Alright, so we're gonna use our Zeal, and then parry. I feel like we don't really need to reset anything. See, this is the cool part about this. So now that you can pick up everything, I can literally just swap to a 2-handed sword. Since they both use crit, it will give you a more diverse way of playing. Now, it's not going to be as optimized. We're not going to go into the Nightmare one. So we need punks and ride words. So if you look at his HP, you can see this little effect. That means he's bleeding, he's lacerated. So he's taking damage based on the damage we're dealing, right? You can't really see it because it's a bit low, but he is taking damage every second. So we're looking for more mobs. Here we go. We're gonna use Endure and then Bowling Bash. Here we go. Okay, we want more agility. So I guess you could respec for that because you want agility to be able to spam faster. But ultimately, it's not a big deal. Now, the problem with the Sword Knight, though, is you don't really have a skill for single target. I mean, you could mash Bowling Bash, but also, why doesn't Momentum deal damage? It just takes you to the target. It should deal damage as well. So, Second Wind and then Bowling Bash. I have no leech, by the way. This is just Second Wind. So if we use some of our consumables that we spent money on. Is Bowling Bash can crit as well? But we're a lot tankier with the two-handed sword because we have parry. As you can see, they're all bleeding. See? They're all lacerated, taking damage based on the damage you deal. So this becomes more the higher up you go. We also thought we could use Frenzy if we wanted to. Gonna max out parrying, since the block chance is based on level. And now we've literally maxed out. There we go. Okay. Now, obviously, we're missing Vanguard Thrust. Wait, how does that work? Didn't we have Vanguard Thrust? Interesting. Did it bug out? I think it might have bugged out. Because we had Vanguard Thrust when we were playing Spears. Because I do remember that, so... Oh, no matter. I'm unsure if Bowling Bash is dealing enough damage, though. Might be a little bit on the low end. I feel like we have to use a lot of... I mean, it doesn't have a cooldown, though. But, I mean, its damage is 500%. Vanguard Arc is 750. But this has a cooldown, so I feel like it's probably fine. What is its mana cost? So we set it to 20 mana. Vanguard is 30. So, I mean, technically it is the same. Well, not the same, but it's... No, maybe it is okay. We'll see. Endure for a shield. Probably. Yeah, this is a solid as well. So the thing is, I was using Ivory Lance, which was wholly enchanted. Oh, this enabled level 5 Vanguard Thrust, that's why. Yeah, the spear was better. So yeah, it's probably just that. Like I said, I'm not really trying to optimize, this is just using it in the worst possible way, more or less. But yeah, I do think it could probably do with a little bit of an improvement. But yeah, no, that's why we had it before. So for single target, we could use counterattack. Let's do this. So if we had a... We need to put this on. I have nowhere to put it. Mierda. Fuck, okay. So, now if we have one mob, like this. Well, Bash deals less damage than Bowling Bash. Because Bash deals 350. So... But yeah, no, I guess counterattack would be your single target skill because it's a way to negate the damage you take. The thing is about knights as well, is that you are so much tankier than, say, an assassin, which will impact your damage. I mean, as you can see, I take out hordes of mobs that are my own level, and it's really not an issue, right? You just, you know, rotate your cooldowns, like second wind, for example, and you'll be fine. Between parry and endure and second wind as a swordie, life is pretty easy, right? Like, these are all mobs my own level. I feel like maybe we could buff the damage of counterattack. Right now it's 100% attack damage, but it always crits. Maybe we could make it 200 or 300% attack damage. That might make it really nice for single target stuff. Because the thing is, you also have Lacerate, which will stack like crazy. But yeah, spamming Bowling Bash on one target, you could do it, but it's also not optimal. The thing is, Bowling Bash scales so well. I mean, look. Not a single leech item, these are all mobs my own level. I popped Endure and then my HP was basically, I lost a little bit, but not a potion. Not a single potion was used. Does seem fine to me. Maybe counterattack could get a little bit more damage. But since it does negate the damage that you take as well, that's also something you need to keep into consideration. Like, I remember back in the day, knights using counterattack to solo like bosses and shit. I really like Cock Tower. It's one of my favorite places probably. The platinum upgrade, isn't that just a stun? The one above level 6 gives you a chance to stun when you use bash or whatever. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. Oh dear. Alright, okay. Alright. Look at this. Like, what other class can do this? Okay. Second wind, let's go. That is what that whole thing got me. I mean, yeah. Like I said, these are mobs my own level. It's just literally not breaking a sweat. Have you seen how Grimtooth works here? It's a lot wider and it can crit. It is so much fun to play Grimtooth here. It is so good. Oh my god. Like, on official, it's such a small AoE. Whereas here, I made it like one cell wider on each. And the fact that it can crit. Oh, it is so good. You can also use it with like 2 daggers here if you wanted to. You're not forced into Qatar unless you want to. Yeah, we need a lot more ride words. Goodness. Or was that a reference to the server? Well, okay, I mean, that's true, but that's not tanking them. And that's an assassin, they're pretty fragile. Yo, Sandane, thanks for the 4 months. Thank you for that sub. If you were to unhide as an assassin with all those mobs, you would probably die. Lol to you too, sir. Thanks for the sub. Whereas a Sword Knight could literally face tank it. That was the point I was trying to make. I think it's 1 per stream per person for redeems. But yes, I guess you could. But yeah, each skill has gotten basically new names, new descriptions, changes to how they function in many cases. I did try to keep things true to the game though, because it's still RO, right? It's still the game we know and love. So I didn't want to diverge too much. I just wanted to like breathe some fresh air into it. Also because, let's be honest here, Gravity, their naming of things is the most boring, generic bullshit ever. Like, some stuff was nice, but like, some skills, it's like Pierce, Spiral Pierce, Max Spiral Pierce, Super Spiral Pierce. Like, seriously? It's just... Oh my god, it's like... Quicken, Spear Quicken. I mean... Some things are fine, like parry, for example. Bowling Bash is okay. Counterattack, but like... Many of them just had such boring names. Spear Boomerang. Spear Thrust. Spear Stab. Like... Maybe it's just me, but I decided to make an executive decision and make them less boring. You know? Like, it was just... I made the decision to make them a bit more fun. Again, this is a video game, right? So, if you're not having fun, I feel like my design is failing. Oh, are we not... And our attack speed is turbo. Oh, we're missing... Oh, okay. I was like, why is our attack speed so... Where's all the right words at? Where's my beach? We need right words. But yeah, for those of you who didn't notice, I've added some stuff that you can redeem on the stream for in-game items. Like, there's VIP, Battle Manual, Bubblegum, and OCA. As a way to give back to the community, for people who support me or hang out, or, you know, people who don't want to donate or can't for whatever reason, you know. I had somebody tell me that it was lame, and then I was like, okay, I'm sorry you think that. I don't know, giving people a way to get items without using real money doesn't seem too bad to me. Where's all the right words, though? Four-hour one. No, I mean, it's very basic stuff, but I just thought it might be a fun thing. I might add more stuff in the future, but for now, I thought, you know, it's a nice, fun thing, and, you know, maybe somebody wants to... I don't know, I always want to give back to the community. Like, I mean, okay, so the server does need donations to, what's it called? For hosting costs, but the way I see it is that people would probably, the people who would redeem these things, not always, but might be people who live in countries with really bad exchange rates. Like, you know, people who live in Brazil, donating 10 euros is an insane amount of money for them because the exchange rate is like absolutely garbage. I don't really know why that's the case, but it's just, for them it becomes much more. And I completely understand not doing it because, like, somebody told me they had to work for like half a day to afford 10 euros donation. I was like, that's a lot. Well, I know, I appreciate any and all donations. I'm just saying, like, it's... Also, we all come from different backgrounds. Some people have more money than others, and, you know, that's just the way the world works. And I just wanted to give people more ways to... Because the stream is also used as a way to advertise the server. So people who hang out in the stream will technically be supporting the server, right? So it kind of all floats together in a weird sort of yeah, so we're done on this floor now. Let's go to the next one. I do need to figure out what's going on with the movement speed though, because I feel like we're too slow for being just... For being mounted, isn't this too slow? We're gonna have to test this later. But it feels like... Or maybe I'm just used to playing on my Archmage, since she has movement speed capped. Maybe it's just that. I don't know. No stuns, please. But yeah, you know, global markets and currency value, and, you know, there's like a lot of things, right? So, anyway, I thought this was a fun idea. Well, I'm built the way I would usually build a knight. Oh, yeah, yeah, no, that's true. I'm just saying, like, for just being mounted, I still feel like my movement speed is very slow. But again, I could be just remembering my Archmage and her shenanigans. Because she has plus 100 movement speed, so she's capped into fucking oblivion. Okay, we're gonna have to use provoke level 1 here. Oh yeah, speaking of which, there was a... there's been some changes to provoke. I feel like I should highlight these, hang on. So, you know how officially provoke will reduce the defense and increase the damage of the provoked target, right? Now, as provoke is going to be more of a tank skill, provoke here reduces the defenses and the damage of the target who gets provoked, okay? So at max rank, it's 20% of its defenses and 10% of its damage. Because if you provoke a target, that means you're usually tanking it, which means it should be, what's it called? It should be, like, it's Oh god, what's the word I'm looking for here? Brain. I'm sorry, my brain is doing its thing. But yes, it no longer increases the damage the target deals, but it reduces it by 10% instead. So if you're tanking a lot of mobs and you're let's say you're provoking 10 mobs, then it will be nicer for you instead of having 10 mobs with 50% increased damage. Yeah, I'm working on making it AoE, Xenia. It's just not easy to do. But yes, an AoE taunt provoke is definitely something that is in the pipeline, if you know what I mean. So this is something that will eventually come as well. Because I do want... Ooh, that's an angry clock. Because I do want to make tanking... I've already made a lot of adjustments to monster AI to make tanking more of a thing. But since there is no threat table in RO, it is difficult to make it work properly. But I will definitely... Well, I mean, you wouldn't really tank with spear. You would tank with the sword. Spears would want to keep things away because you don't have parry. You can't use parry with spear. So you're gonna be generally tankier with a with the sword. I mean, I suppose you could, but like, you know, ideally you wouldn't, basically. Now, I do think that maybe Provoke has a bit too high mana cost, because right now it's 10. Now, I have 400 mana. I do feel like it might be too high. Maybe setting it to 1 through 5. No, yeah, parry is for swords. One-handed and two-handed swords, yes. Exactly. Sorry, maybe I'm misunderstanding you. But first, I'm actually gonna change the cost of Provoke. So we're gonna do this. Provoke. Mana cost. Change from 1 per skill level. 1 per skill level, max 5. Okay. Yeah, no, it works with one-handed, there. One-handed swords and two-handed swords. Yeah, but no, I figured if you're going to go real tank mode, you will use a one-handed sword plus, parry, right? To reduce the damage you take. Your own damage will suffer, but you can do it. Also, I increased the range, so Provoke has 20 cells range at max rank. There we go. Okay, that's gonna take effect the next time since we don't have GM commands on these characters, we're just gonna have to play with it as is. But that was a good change, I think. Because the thing is, you won't really be able to use Provoke much at low level, because 10 mana at low level is a lot. Like... And also, Lacerate will help keep targets on you, because you will constantly be dealing damage to them. And the way that the threat table or threat works in RO is basically it will go to whoever is dealing damage. So having stuff that constantly... This is why, for example, Reflect Shield works so well for tanking. Remember how, like, Steel Body Suras would equip, like, a High Orc card and stuff to keep aggro? Like, that was a big thing back in the forever ago. Four stores and 200 years back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take level 1 provoke, since these aren't aggressive, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Not sure why they're not. Oh, we have the elder. Okay. Whoa. Hang on. Let's see if we can murder him. No, here comes the stone curse. Oh, dude, no. Is there 2 of them? No. Am I seeing things? I must be seeing things. There's only 1. Okay, I'm seeing things. There's only 1. No, there is 2. Why is there 2? He's a mini-boss, isn't he? No, wait, he's not. He's a normal mob. Okay, I'm thinking of Arch Elder. I was like, why the hell is there 2? There shouldn't be 2. Sorry, I kind of just had a mental breakdown for a second there. Why are there 2 of them? Okay, never mind. It's not a mini-boss. I was thinking of Arch Elder. But yeah, I mean, if you look at my gear, it's basically just nonsense. It's like, it's just... I have a 200 sword, 110. We could probably gamble our way into a way better sword in Eden Group. But I kind of just wanted to see what it would be like. But yeah, so... Looking at the spear, hang on. The spear was holy, the lance, and at 150. This is 110, because it also gives us... Yeah, there was a bit of a difference there. Should we go back and see if we can... No, wait, we don't have any more coins. We used them up. No, we don't. We have 2 more. But we could turn that in. Then we get a few more. Yeah, we're gonna do that just to gamble. See if we can get a better sword. Okay. Go back quickly and turn this in. There we go. Agility. More defense. Okay. We're gonna buy some 2-handed swords because this one, it's Let's buy 6 of them. We're just gonna go ham. We're gonna pray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 2-handed sword, 120. What the fuck? Fire magic though. Well, it has more damage than what we have now. Okay, Soul Slayer, that's 90. What else did we get? Cutlass is 100. Third sword is... Oh, we got a lot of 100 swords. Fuck. Yeah. Alright, we got 10 more damage. Well. Okay then. But there's pounds, it's also one-handed. I mean, maybe the one-handed... Oh yeah, the random enchant system can do some dumb shit sometimes. Wait, we did get Solar Sword actually. This could be pretty fucking good. Dealing damage has a chance to drain back his health. Oh, drains 10 mana per 10 seconds. No. Yeah, no, we're not doing that. Alright. It was worth a shot. We did gain 10 damage though. So here's my point. When people talk about sending in low level, so all the stuff I just gambled, these will all sell for 5k. Like, sending in low level really isn't hard. I mean, you know, you won't make millions, but... Wait, what is this? Holy Avenger. No, that's a one-handed sword. But you'll definitely make enough for your level. Like, it is plenty. Like, there's like 155k just... back into the gulag. No, let's go to level 2 again. Continue doing the clocks. Oopsie. That was not what I intended on doing. Could try Frenzy. Once we get Frenzy level 5, I'm actually gonna try it, see what it feels like. I did change Frenzy a little bit. Well, well, that went pretty well. Crit. We have 25% crit chance, which isn't bad. But yeah, like even 1 or 2 cards with something like mana per kill or a Willow Pet would just do wonders here. Just waiting for mana at the moment and just randomly killing this, and then we're gonna... But no, things are very mana hungry. This is an AoE that costs 20. Look how cute they look when they're jumping. Where's all the clocks? We've almost leveled up. We're on like 99%. This... Not sure this is gonna be enough damage. We'll try. It's not. Fuck. We need one more tick, I think. Or they will just die from the lacerate. Look at the parry doing Lord's work. Any second now. There we go. Parry is strong. Alright, we have level 5 Frenzy. Let's give it a whirl. What do you guys reckon? Is it gonna go well? Gonna fall on our ass. Gonna wait for Fervor because we're gonna rebuff that, and then we're gonna... It should give us, let's see here, movement speed, auto attack damage, attack speed, and extra health. But we'll lose our flee and our defenses, but that's... Ooh, it's an angry, furious cock. Interesting how second wind apparently still... need to look into those random minus numbers. Technically doesn't do anything, but it's just kind of annoying. So, we now have 255 damage. And they use 295. Doesn't update our status though. We're auto attacking for fucking 2,900. Look at this. Ah. Alright, Frenzy for the win. I'd say Frenzy is doing fine. Now obviously we're losing HP rapidly from using Frenzy, but the damage increase is pretty insane. Like for just picking off clocks here. Crap, I got cursed. Oh dear. For those who love playing Frenzy, I think Frenzy is okay. It looks like it's fine. I think my changes to it weren't too strong and it wasn't... You still run into this fucking problem though, oh god. Where when you're low HP, Frenzy should fall off any second now. Oh god. HP! So, didn't it fall off? Do I have to relog for it to fall? No, there we go. Now it's off. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with where Frenzy's at the moment. Why am I not regenerating it? Oh, here we go. Okay. Why are we not regenerating any mana, though? Interesting. Alright. So that is probably that. Second wind has been gone for 6 minutes now. So do I actually have to relog? Yeah, okay, so you need to relog. Otherwise mana doesn't regenerate. Okay, that is kind of shit. We need to fix that. That is not great. So second wind is fine when you use it. But once it's gone, it starts and now it's gone again. Why didn't that just happen? Oh, that is so confusing. Yeah, there's definitely some bugs that I need to work out here. So, for one reason or another, server isn't kept when you relog. For whatever reason. We need to look into that, hang on. Because that ends up... Because the thing is, okay, so I put the duration as the same as the cooldown. So, losing the buff to a dispel would matter, but you shouldn't lose the buff by just relogging. Hang on, let's see if we can find status YML, and it's called Aura Blade. Here we go. No save. False. I think that's what no save does. It's not, that's not the, what I'm looking for. That's the save point, no save. I'm looking for the status change flags, here we go. SCF, no, okay, status flag. Here we go. What does it do? Statuses that are not saved, okay, yeah. So... Yeah, no, that's correct. Okay, we fixed that. That's good. Because what ended up happening now is basically when I relog to remove Frenzy, I lost my buff. I lost my damage buff, which kind of sucks. Wait, you can't even use Flywing when you're in Frenzy? Really? Alright. I thought you could Flywing. I mean, I know you can't use potions and stuff, but I really thought you could Flywing. Then again, I never really played this build. Well, not much anyway. You know what? We're also gonna do something else. No cast, no Interesting. But yeah, we kind of want to make it so the buffs stay, not stack. So what if we just do this? Does this actually remove it completely? It does, and it sets us to like no. Having to relog feels really bad, honestly. You shouldn't have to relog every time you... I mean, it should still get removed anyway. I'm gonna BRB for a few minutes. I'll be back very soon. Quick wee break. Need to stretch my legs as well, so you guys get a drink or something. And I will see you guys in a couple of minutes. And I have returned. Okay. But that distracted by real life stuff. Okay. Thank you. I think I'm probably gonna remove mana cost frenzy. Ow. That was painful. Hello, Nidalee. Hi. What do you want, little one? Let's see. You just want company. I didn't even put that it had a mana cost on it. For whatever reason. Yeah. Gonna remove that. Go. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but Nidalee is cuddling with the microphone. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Alright, so we're gonna remove the mana cost from Frenzy. Bring. Nidhi, what are you doing? Such a little marauder. Okay, skill TB, change log, skill description. Alright, it's been changed. Alright, cool. I'm probably gonna change it so you could actually fly wing with it, because I feel like that should be a thing. I don't know. Thank you. As you can see, there's 5 plus 5, that's 10. So we have 8. We have 10 points left. So we will... Like I said, this has been calculated properly, so you will literally max out your tree at max job level. Yes, you're such a little cutie pie. Yes, you little cutie pie. Are you leveling at the moment? Xenia, sorry. Okay, so we have parry up. I feel like otherwise, I'm pretty satisfied with the testing for the swordsman, to be honest. You're trying to get cards. Which card are you hunting, or cards? I'm pretty happy here with this. Like I said, if you wanted to go one-handed, there's a one-handed. I only have 9 in onslaught instead of 10, so there's 1% damage missing. And these are still to be determined for what I'm doing with them. Moving HP recovery is pretty nice though, but Auto Berserk and Fatal Blow is kind of whatever. So we're gonna change character. Just a missed case card. I've been killing these guys for the past 2 hours. Oh, yeah, it can be a bit. What's the word? It can be a bit difficult. Alright, let's do Thief. We're 34, 25, Thief. This is the Thief tree, by the way. It looks like this. And Venom has gotten a lot of changes. It's now an AoE. Where's my gear? I'm not using any gear. Oh, I don't have any stats either yet. Alright, okay. Yeah, this is... I don't know, did I mean, this is pretty fucking good, honestly. Kitchen knife. What about this Lord's clothes? Panty with earth and Sean. Okay. Morpheus shawl, mana plus 10%. Yeah, no, these are all whatever. Okay. We're gonna go and pick up some quests. So you also have Sandstorm you can use, which is an AoE that deals damage and blinds. That shouldn't take 300% attack, so physical attack. Alright. So we have the regular, you know, we have swiftness, we have steal, the toxified hiding, backslide. Sell some stuff, and then we're gonna do questing. Okay, we're in the level 30 bracket. So 30 would be... I guess we could do like Pion Dungeon 2, that seems... Skull Bones, Aegura, Drainliors, yeah. But these are the stats we're rocking. Nothing super exciting, just random crap from the... Sorry, Nidhi. Oh, I scared her. How much Senis do we have? 26k. Buy some. We have red pots. Do we can use awakening soon, so we can do that. Fly wings. Butterfly wing. Okay. Let's see how this works out. We need to go to level 2, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah. What? No, that's not... What a cool flywing. Okay, we need Archer Skeleton, Soldier Skeleton, Egguras, Draingliars, and Skull Bones. Everything we need is on the next floor, basically. Right. Oh dear me. Alright. But they're so red! Damage-wise, we're doing pretty well, I think. So, Envenom should be a splash. It's a tiny splash that deals damage in an area. Get more agility, more attack speed. Keep going for swiftness. We want to dodge. There we blinded and dealt damage to the archer, so he can't hit us at the moment. This is blind. See? He gets blinded for 10 seconds. So what do you guys think so far? Looks good, right? You have some defensive tools, you have some damage tools, you know. You have a little bit of AoE. You have a lot of dodge. You know, archers obviously hurts. Nothing new. Yes, I got Odin's power and power thrust when leveled up. Doing so much damage now. But no, skill-wise, I'm pretty happy with where they're at. Obviously, right now, we're a bit stronger. Yeah, no. Players, if you blind a mob, it reduces its sight radius and its hit by 25% and its flee. Meaning that you can dodge its attacks better. And, for example, when you blind an archer from far away, it won't be able to attack you because of the sight range. I'm gonna show you. Look at this. Hang on. Look, it's blinded. He's no longer attacking me because it's blind. Look, he can't see me. So yes, it matters against mobs. It's just players can't miss, but mobs can, so... So yeah, flee still matters for players. Like, your flee. It's just mobs can't dodge you. Sandstorm also like, this is in an area, so if you use Sandstorm and there's multiples, you will hit all of them with damage and blind. No, they do. Like, check this out, okay? I'm gonna blind both of them. See? They both were blinded and took damage. So you can use it to crowd control an entire, like, a bunch of mobs, basically. Yeah, no, blind interacts with it. Just like for players. As you could see, once he was blinded, he stopped attacking me, right? Because I was out of sight range for him. And then you also have Pickstone and Throwstone, which will stun. So there's another CC ability there. And then we have Backslide, obviously. Which we should update. It should say attack speed based, not ASPD based. But yeah, no, it matters, it does. And then you obviously you have your regular hiding. Oh dear. Okay. You saw what Envenom just did there. He just took out 3 mobs. The thing is, like, many things I realized when I was playing this game is certain classes are so bad for leveling. Like, Merchant and Thief, they had no AoE, and Merchant had to use Senis to even deal damage. That's why Mammonite became a small AoE and could crit, and why I gave Envenom and Sandstorm some AoE and critting as well. Because it's just, it's unfun. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not a good time. Here, I'm gonna show you something here. Watch this. So you pull together all of them, right? Epic Sandstorm. Like a small area on the ground where you place it. Okay, why am I attacking the plant? Oh god. Okay. This might have been a bit much. But we have the technology. We have potions. We can do this. Not a deal. Look, when you're inside of it, he can still attack you. But when you go far away... Okay, the blind is over now, but yeah, you get the point, right? Well, the 3,000 slices of cake, that's some nice sin, you know? Oh, dearie me. Okay, this was a bad idea. If they all use their attacks at the same time, I'll die. Yeah, we need 4 more Egguras. I think we're done on everything else, yeah. Ow, 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 ow. There. Let's blind both of those. There. Look, they can't attack. They're blinded. If I walk too close, then yes. Ah, there's an Aggro. Okay. Let's go and turn this in. Where's my Eden badge? What bracket is this? 30? Or RG. At least you're gonna make nice money. Alright, so we're in the level 40 bracket now. Oh, I definitely am gonna go Orc Village. Just reasons. Alright, so let's see how this works out when you have a ton of mobs, right? And Venom followed by Sandstorm. Oh my, okay. Orc Lady card, alright. Let's see, what does that do again? Movement speed plus 10. Magic damage dealt to brute race. Well, alright. Well, movement speed is nice. We put it in our kitchen knife. There's no slots. Thief is OP. Well. I feel like the quest, you finished Orc Warriors so much faster than the babies and the ladies. I guess it's because they just aren't the same amount. I'm gonna have to adjust that sometime. Oh, we're almost job 50, then we're gonna swap to Assassin. Alright, job 15. Wait, what is that? Oh, gentle touch revitalize, alright. Some change. What do you mean not enough Seni? Alright, I need 10k for that. Well, I should have enough. Have to sell some stuff. There we go. Alright, we're Assassin Cross now. Here is the Assassin Cross tree. I know people have been wondering about it. So, no, it's actually twin fangs. It's not a heart. The High Priest has a heart tree, but this is actually twin fangs. Like it's but yeah, so you have cloaking, Qatar mastery, dual wield mastery. So this is different, okay? Now, normally you would have left hand and right hand mastery here. That would take your damage from 50% to 100 when dual wielding and auto attacking. What I did here is this is dual wield master and has 10 ranks instead. And when you dual wield, your physical damage is reduced to 50%. When you max this out, it goes up to 150% to help, you know, people who want to auto attack a little bit more. It still won't make auto attack builds meta by any means, but it will help and it will enable more builds basically. Grimtooth kind of stays as it is. It had a little bit of an adjustment to its cost and stuff like that, and cooldown. Sonic Blow had some adjustments to its damage and its stun chance. In the middle, Serpent's Kiss. This is the old Enchant Poison. Serpent's Reflex. It's the old Poison React, where you turn it on and then for the next up to 20 seconds, whenever you get attacked, you will counter-attack with 350% physical attack. There's a 25% chance of this happening. This one, Venom Knife, this has been changed. It interrupts skills. If a mob is casting a skill, you can use this to interrupt. Its damage... I see the range is supposed to say 10 cells, not 0. The damage depends on your highest damage. So if you are a magic attack user, it will deal magic damage. If you're a physical attack user, it will deal physical damage. It's no longer splash. I need to update the tooltip for this, but it's a single target hit that deals damage based on what you have. Create Deadly Poison basically stays the same, and Enchant Deadly Poison basically stays the same. A new passive called Coup de Grace. Targets below 25% health will take 25% more damage from all sources by you. Meaning that when a target is below 25%, your damage is increased by 25% against it. For anything. Bosses, players, mobs, anything. Now to this other one. Blade Mastery. Increases physical and magical damage dealt by dagger, sword, and Qatar weapons. This has been changed a lot. It's 4 up to 20%. Venom Decimation. This is the old Soul Destroyer. It's now pure magic poison damage. So basically this enables you to play magic build instead. It has cooldowns, mana costs, and if you use EDP, it also gets buffed by this. Now this doesn't mean EDP will buff everyone's magic damage, it's just these skills specifically. You can see here it scales, and it also applies 2 stacks of Nightshade to the target every time it's used. Nightshade increases poison damage taken by 1% per stack, stacking up to 100 times. This is a mechanic unique to the Assassin. It's basically you inject them with Nightshade and they take even more poison magic damage. Next up is Venom Pulse. This is the old Meteor Assault. Same deal as Soul Destroyer. This is poison magic damage now. And it inflicts Nightshade on anybody caught in it. Next up is Nightshade's Veil. This is the old Venom Dust. You place a thing on the ground, like the old Venom Dust. You place a thing on the ground, like a big, I don't know how to say that, like an area. You contaminate an area, and anybody who steps into the area will take magic damage based on your damage per second, and will also have 1 stack of Nightshade applied to them per second in the area. So as long as they stand in your poisonous gas of shit, basically, they will take up to 875% magic damage per hit, and, well, with EDP it's even more, and take 1 stack of Nightshade. Next up is Nightshade Infusion. It's the old Venom Splasher. You infuse the target with a Nightshade Bomb, which will detonate, dealing poison magic damage in an area around the target that you placed it on, dealing magic damage to all targets hit, and they all get hit with 20 stacks of Nightshade. Again, this also scales with EDP, and it counts down from 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, applies 20 stacks of Nightshade and deals a metric ton of damage. Well, no, because Amon-Ra moves here. You're not aware of this, but he doesn't have a static spawn anymore, and he can actually move. The same thing for many other MVPs. Yes, I'm not joking. We gave him wheels. The dude can move around, and he doesn't spawn in the exact same spot. He spawns on the same map. Yes, I did. I absolutely did. But yeah, that is... I'm going to be playing the Magic Assassin now, because I know how the physical one plays, so we're gonna go and reset. But yes, because I got tired of people just camping him for free EXP. So he can now move. So for this build, you want int, dex, a little bit of it. We're gonna get a little bit of it, and we're gonna get a lot of int, and we're gonna get a lot of dex. Since this is a caster build, essentially. So intelligence will give us damage in cast time. Okay. Now we need to go and get ourselves 2 magic weapons. So here's another caveat with this build. It uses 2 one-handed swords. I just realized, why did I respec? I don't even have any Assassin Cross skills yet. I am so fucking dumb, it's on... I went to respec my stats and I don't even have any of the skills yet. Oh my god, hang on. I am sometimes... I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and play the magic build, you know. Before I realized I don't have any points yet. Hashtag smooth. 500 IQ plays right here on this channel, guys. Follow me for more advice on how to be good at the video game. Oh, we got 2 Scarlet Daggers that we can use. Oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah, okay, so that's cool. We'll just dual wield them. What's the other one? Magic attack, magic attack. Oh right, they get the same one, yeah. And then we got a Katar as well. Interesting. But yes, I put wheels on his chair because I felt bad for the dude. Like he was getting camped by people all over the place, you know? Like it's so sad. Wait, was that a bug? Interesting. I need to fix that as well. I wonder why that is happening. Alright, here we go, we got some job levels. Alright, let's get Venom Pulse. Oh, this is probably not going to deal any actual damage now, because we don't have any magic attack. Yeah, 170. It's worth noting, assassin skills don't have any cast time on them, okay? So, Venom Decimation, Venom Pulse, etc., you have no cast time. That is one of your quirks, because you're a fast assassin, you know. You're probably going to reset again now. Wait, why is it dealing less damage than it was doing before? Interesting. Yeah, we can definitely go and risk that now. You give up on Myth's card, you're defeated. I'm sorry. Card hunting can be very, what's the word I'm looking for? Frustrating? Need one more orc lady. You have a mist card you can, mist case card you can have if you want. I don't know. Okay, it's all done now. Turn this in. Gonna get coup de grace. Want. Don't reset now. We want some one-handed swords for our troubles. We want one-handed swords. How many of these do we have? We have 14, so okay, so let's start with 5. That's a two-handed. 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 We only got two-handed swords. Oh god, alright. Where's all the one-handed swords? Yeah, there was one. Yeah, sword, that's a one-handed. But it doesn't have any magic attack on it. Material sword also doesn't have magic attack. This has crit on it, but we don't need crits. Very gearing problem here. Oh, it's not a set. I wonder why this happens though. Is there a message in the console? Oh. Interesting. Alright, so let's go and reset the stats. Now keep in mind, we don't need cast time, so we're just gonna go for this. Some vitality. Some agility. A lot of intelligence. Okay. We also need intelligence for mana. Because, you know, mana costs. Let's see. That doesn't make any sense. Venom Pulse. Wait. I'm using level 5. Hang on. We need to look at the code for this. Okay, so ASC Meteor. Meteor Assault, whatever. Is it there? Where's the damage formula though? Why is this not dealing the damage it should? This is interesting. So it's only dealing look at this, it's dealing 250 damage for whatever reason. Yeah, it's dealing the same damage no matter what level I use. Yeah, that is a problem. We need to look into this. That is not intended at all. We also need to look into what's happening with the... hang on. Am I blind? It should be minus 100 plus 150 times skill level. So why is this not happening? No, this is correct. Out magic attack, so why is this not working? It's like magic attack is not being counted at all. I think we've had this problem once before, and there was a rogue that shouldn't be there. But this? That's an unnamed scope. Why doesn't that have... Let's try this. It's like magic attack is not being counted at all. It has skill ratio. You want to, do you? I think there's probably a bracket that shouldn't be there, or that's wrong. But I don't think this is gonna compile properly. But yeah, it basically looks like there's a thingy too much. But this, why does this function go so far? So this needs to be part of that. but for some reason it isn't. Because when I put an additional there, should it be under here maybe? No, because this needs to continue. So this needs to be a skill ratio. It's like it has to be here. No, wait. So, yeah, if it has skill ratio, then it should also attack magic attack. And then after that, all of the heaven and earth, blah blah blah. Like, all of this needs to be taken into account. Then you have the defense reduction formulas. Then you have attack bonuses. And there's their own buffs. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I know it's gonna fail, but why does it fail? See, this is the thing. Definitions are illegal. This is where it starts complaining here, right? Saying that this is illegal, blah blah blah. Which means we're failing further up, probably. I would assume that's how it works. Yeah. It's saying no matching token found. But that's not true. It's definitely an issue here. So this, just go all the way down. So that goes with that, right? This closes that. Go all the way down and see what's this. Okay, this closes that. This, any more? Oh, blue count. No, that's open. That's closed. That's open. That's closed. And this closes here. Okay, so we're good down here. And then SD that. Okay. And then this function, open, open, close, close. This one, if in def, I don't know if this should even have a thing here. Like, what if we do this? See, then it moves this whole thing here. I mean, this gets to be undefined or whatever, but who really cares? Okay, so... But if this is open... Why is that defined here, but it's already defined there? What if we do this? What if we... No. What if we do that, and then we do this? Does that work, or does it break? Yeah, welcome to debugging hell. This is the stuff that I'm doing. Like, whenever things stop working, I kind of just have to backtrack and see where I fucked up. I hope the stream doesn't lag when I'm compiling. But yeah, this is definitely something that had to be fixed, because magic damage was not having its damage counted. As you saw, with 250 magic attack, my skill did 250 magic, despite the fact that it should have been doing 750% of that. So, yeah. Basically, magic attack wasn't getting anything calculated. This is not live, though. This is my test server, so it's okay, but... Okay. No, I wasn't sure if, when I compile, if the stream would start lagging, but I'm really glad if it doesn't. Watching a laggy stream sucks. But yeah, the recompiling takes a while. It takes even longer when I'm streaming because my PC is having its resources eaten by the stream as well. But so Zenya, are you just chilling now, or did you go back to leveling since you gave up on the missed cases? They defeated you. Mado skills. Really? I mean, Mado is pretty good, but the problem again comes... So here's another reason for the skill shrinking as well. You need a lot of points spent in a skill and its synergies for a skill to deal a lot of damage. Also, keep in mind, Mado will be dealing less damage because it's counted as a semi-support with all of its tools, and like you're a tank support type of damage dealer because you have repair, which is basically infinite HP. They do get to ignore defense though, which is really nice, but again, you need so many points spent in it. Like it's Mado is a perfect example of why this system doesn't work. If you look at your entire tree as a mechanic, if you play Mado, you will max out a couple of skills, like damage skills, and then the other 95% will never be used. So why is this undefined exactly? Where is it that it gets angry? Okay. So we do this. What do you mean it's undefined? No, it isn't. Yeah, it is because the skill ratio is here. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, it's, with Mado, you basically, you will need so many points just to max one out, and even if you max that one out, you won't really be able to use anything else. Like, it really becomes a problem. It also means it takes longer before you get going, because if you get your first 5 job levels, instead of having your damage skill maxed out and be able to start picking up other things in your kit, you will have gotten 5 out of 20 levels on one damage skill. You see what I mean? Like, it's... By the time you're like job 21, you will have maxed out 1. And then by the time you're like job 40, you will have maxed out 2. And then job 60, you will have like some synergies. And you know, it was just... I had a plan, it just didn't work out, you know? Like, it's... The intention was fun and good, it just doesn't play that great in Oro. Because the system just isn't... You have way too many skills that you could use and have fun with, and what's the point of having a skill tree full of skills if 90% are always going to be ignored? You know? Like, that's basically where we're at. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. Yeah, fixed cast is being removed in this as well. It's being changed into what's it called? It's being changed into like variable and fixed are being squished into one. So you'll be able to reduce all of your cast time with intelligence and dexterity, and just it will just be called cast time. So all fixed is being removed. For that reason as well, because it's such a blockade where, oh, I need fixed cast and there's no real way to get it. Oh well, I guess I'm just stuck. I mean, you'll still need to get intelligence and dexterity and cast time, but fixed cast time itself is such a hurdle to try and overcome. And it doesn't play well. It's not fun. I didn't make fixed cast, okay? Just don't. That's not my fault, okay? But like, it is definitely. It is definitely a bit unfun. Wait, why is there two? If SC. Okay, there's one open there, and then. Hang on. This. Why does if and def have this infinite thing? I don't get it. This feels like it's broken. Like, this is definitely where the problem is. Could it be that simple? No. So this is all the skill ratio shit here. What if we just do this one? But yeah, I'm definitely looking into removing and changing a lot of these things that is coming in the rework. So not only will skill levels be reduced, but costs, cooldowns, and fixed cast time will be removed. Then everything gets play tested, and you know. Like I said, it takes some time. That's why I'm doing it in different releases. Yeah, I'm hoping that the changes I'm making to all the skills, like their names, descriptions, cast times, cooldowns, costs, fixed cast, skill levels, and so forth, will make the game more fun, basically. That is obviously the goal, but you know, I'm once I figure out how I broke this here, I can get back to actually testing a lot of these changes. Like, what job level are you? Yeah. So you've basically what, maxed out one skill and then put a few in another ones, right? Like you maxed out arm cannon, I guess. And then put a few in knuckle boost or something like that. Well, Vulcan arm is a cooldown, like it's a burst cooldown with like 30 seconds or something. If you look at how it works, arm cannon is spammable. Vulcan arm is like this extra thing. Okay, so it Oh, the synergies with arm cannon. Yeah. But yeah, basically knuckle boost is for single target and arm cannon is for AoE. Alright, let's see if this works now. Let's see if I unfucked it or if it's still broken. Let me in! Let me in! Either does no damage anyhow. What? No damage? That doesn't seem right. Alright, let's see. Nope. Alright, we still have the same problem. It compiles, but it doesn't deal any actual damage. Well, yeah, because it's also ranged. Hang on. Yeah, we need to go back into the drawing board. There's something else going on here. If I have 1,800 magic attack, yeah, so that seems to work. Soul Strike should deal 7 times the damage. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, so the problem isn't actually with magic attack, it's with... okay. The problem... So, magic attack isn't the issue. That's good. The issue is with Meteor Assault, but why is Meteor Assault an issue? I have a feeling I know why. Because it is here, because it's a weapon skill. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna look into all of those as well. So, wait, where's the other one? Meteor. Yeah. Wrong. Wrong. Okay, yeah, this explains why we're running into this problem now. Yeah, so because I haven't finished migrating everything, and it's actually using the physical damage on these instead. It's not using magic damage for whatever reason. It's using yeah. Why is it using skill ratio instead of base skill ratio? Because this uses base skill ratio. Yeah, no, right now those are set to officials, and that's why they're being very what's the word I'm looking for here? Dumb. Anyways, I think I'm kind of done with the stream for today. I hope you guys had fun. I will stream again tomorrow. There's gonna be the community leveling party. I'm gonna keep developing, obviously, but I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of a this was like the first, and we'll just keep doing more of these. But yeah, Zenye, Bundled, Zandane, Lorian, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you had fun. I will still be on Discord, but yeah, tomorrow is the community leveling party, so no dev stream, but then we'll have another It's Me Flat Earther. Well, regardless, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, tomorrow will be the community leveling party, so I hope to see you guys there. It will probably start either around this time or a little bit earlier, so in like 23, 24 hours. Anybody's welcome who wants to. yeah. So you guys have a fantastic night, and I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna try to make this a regular thing. I can't promise I'll do it daily, but I will try to be as regular as I can with the dev streams because I do enjoy it. It's nice to have some company, and I'm not just sitting here by myself, hanging out with people. So thanks for tuning in, and if we can raid somebody, let's raid Snooki. All right, do you guys have a great night? And thanks for tuning in. If you want to play on this server, you can find it here. Have a great night, guys. Bye bye. Love.